This is Dr. Nathan with Back to RX Physical Therapy. I'm going to go over one of my favorite hip internal rotation and external rotation stretches just to help open up your hips. And what I call this is called one of the Z stretches. And we have a grouping of these exercises. It's not just one. I'm sure you've heard of a Z stretch, but this has a different little bit of a spin to it. So I usually like to assess first. Drop legs from side to side. Don't let your pelvis lift, and kind of feel where your range of motion is at. Okay, what we're going to want to do, we're going to fold everything down and we're going to come into a side sitting position. Okay, so my knee should be on the instep of this other foot. I should kind of be in what we call the Z position. And what we're going to do is we're going to use this as our reference point for our stretch. So our knee is our stretch. What I want is both of my hands are going to come on the thigh side of my knee. And what we're going to work on doing is just letting our chest fall down here into a stretch. I'm going to do this about 6 times or so. And just feeling where that sticking point is and holding it for a second or two and then coming back up. So once we've got those down, we're going to move and we're going to straddle our knees. So I'm going to have one hand on the thigh side, one hand on the shin side. And now we're bringing our knee, or our chest, to our knee. Coming down, feeling where that sticky point is and coming back. So we're feeling a lot of this on here, but might be feeling a little bit into this hip position now because we are starting to stress this hip into internal rotation. So as we come down and back, down and back. Now we're going to move to the shin side of both of our knee. And now this is a very difficult position to get in if we don't have the adequate hip mobility here. Most people are going to have enough here. Here is going to be the issue. Once we get to this, it's going to be the same thing. We're probably not going to have to go nearly as far when we do this to feel a decent stretch, especially into here. And you can play with different positions of this foot here too. It's going to be a little bit less stress if we bend it more. It's going to be easier to get there. There's going to be a lot more torque and stress on that hip the further out that we get that knee. Trying to keep our chest up and a good active core as we're doing this. We can start to get some of the front side of our hip as well. Post this hand up here and we're going to work on reaching underneath here and then coming back, kind of like a thread the needle type of exercise. You can also get some lats involved with this. So we're going to come down to our elbow, reach this hand up. I'm going to reach down here, get that hand all the way up and give you a good stretch in through here. Once we do that, we're going to add a little bit more by turning here, getting our chest down to the ground, and then coming back up. Doing that on both sides, but I think it's really important to assess afterwards. And so now, as I'm coming here, see that I've got much more mobility on this side after just doing a little bit of stretch. So really good exercise that's going to be able to open up those hips. So go ahead and like and subscribe to our page in this video so you can start to get access to more videos that we have coming up.